boundaries. We've got Yamasatake versus Rox Gaming's Knee.
This is going to be crazy. I just know.
Knee coming off of that third place finish at the Tekken World Tour Finals. Many had him as the favorite going into it with such a strong year. They fell just short.
Yeah.
But he played exceptionally well that weekend. He looked almost unstoppable until he came up to the top 3. Can he keep that form? Take, on the other hand, looking very strong this tournament. Playing that Kazumi, playing that Steve, playing that control style that he's known for. Never really taking big risks and just forcing his opponents into bad situations, limiting their options. I feel like this is going to be a very slow matchup, and I'm very much looking forward to it. The question of choice is, who's Knee going to pick?
I want to see a Mishima or a Brian.
I'm calling it's going to be Kazumi versus Steve, but I want to see the Brian.
That definitely. I want to see a Tonjet up. It's in his contract. What's going on? Oh, Steve Mirror, what is this?
I would not have called this. You got the Steve mirror.
Let's go.
This is one of my favorite mirrors in the game because Steve, like, he's such a flashy character. His moves are just punches. He has very few kicks, but somehow his combos look so swanky.
He's a classic guy. He's English.
And even after the changes to this character in Season 3, many people still favoring him because of the very strong control style of play that his character offers.
Alright, Take went for the easy combo there on the counter hit down forward 2. Didn't want to risk the extension.
You do lose about 20 damage there, but you have the safety in knowing that you will hit that combo every time. And gets to that flicker 2, wanting to enforce a mix-up from that flicker stance. Wants to check his opponent's duck in after that back one is blocked.
Ooh, rocket punch.
Knee in rage. The win button comes out, but deflected with that while standing one. Take takes the first round in this Steve mirror.
You think this is your grand finals for any event ever?
No.
Eva's Take Steve mirror?
Not really. But I want to point out, when I watch Take play Steve, his Steve is extremely simple, and not in a bad way. He doesn't really try and set up situations with down 2-1-2 or down forward 2 into like a hard read. He'll just play this solid style of Tekken. But Knee does the exact same thing. Knee, one of those Steve players that loves to use that 1-2-1, no flicker, no peekaboo, just raw, and does it really, really well. Gets that down forward 2, ties it up at 1 round apiece.
The styles are both brick walls. It's like an immovable object versus a unstoppable force. So and this is what you're getting. They're going head to head right now. That's crazy.
He's still going for that forward forward 2 after the down forward 2 count here. You can do the back sway 1, which is actually 4 more damage, but I guess he wants that specific Oki situation.
Sways back a little bit. Nice. Gets out of the way of the stomp and the punch and punishes him for it.
One thing interesting in this matchup is Steve's punch parries. They're very effective against Steve in the mirror, and he does have that one that activates on frame 3 from Peekaboo. And you can do it manually, you can do it at any time, and a lot of his moves transition into the stance where he can do it and he has access to it.
Jabbing, there's a lot of punches, obviously.
Well, that's what you're going to see in a boxing fight. Gets that while standing 1-2 punish.
I noticed for a few seconds, Take was dashing forward very quickly just to test me, see what he's going to do with it.
A lot of Steve players do like to dash forward. This could be the game-winning combo, and it is. Gets that Sonic Fang. That was actually really, really clean by Knee after losing the first round. Very well done in that Steve mirror. I think he started off a bit shaky, but then he gained control and composure and just took it from there with all the information that he had in that first round. Very well done there by Knee.
We're going to see a character change.
I think we will, but I don't know if it's going to be this early. I think he's going to stick with Steve maybe, but it depends. It depends what he's trying to go for. Maybe he picked the Steve without knowing that Knee was going to pick the character as well.
I believe you. He must, like, if he decided, all right, I'm going to go head-to-head with Knee and he's Steve, I respect that, you know. Oh, he's got, all right, I respect that even more right now. Let's go.
It's not like this matchup is in either character's favor. I mean, it's, it's straight down the middle. If someone tells me otherwise, I need some proof.
Steve's going to win. Steve's going to win. All right, let's go.
We do have a stage change, though. We're in that Dragon's Nest.
This one can come up with some tricky combos for these guys. You know, if they got it against the wall, they can do some different combinations to get some side wall combos. That looks pretty good.
No punish. You have to be ready to punish that full crouch launcher. He does have the forward 1+2 or the Sonic Fang that will punish very consistently. And the perfectly timed counter hit by Take gets that right hook into the combo for the wall carry there. Does have wall pressure, and he goes for that right weave, trying to get that counter hit. The new moves, we're trying to incorporate new stuff here in that Season 3. Knee does have Rage. Will the Rage Drive come out? Looking for a timing where it will hit. There it is.
Button.
What's the situation after?
Oh,
Take.
he get the punish. Could that cost him?
He had the round with that punish. This could be it. Will he go for the Gatling gun? Goes for the Oki from the Shoryuken into the low. Take committing to that duck.
Nice low parry!
Both players lost their chances to close it out, but Take comes out on top in this first round of the second game. And the quick hook, the left punch straight to the face, gets that counter hit, gets the combo into the Oki from the wall carry there by Knee.
Gets the mid option.
That's the move you use to check people who are fuzzy guarding into a button. And it's very well done there by Take, doing it straight off the bat. Down 4-2 to close it out. Safe homing move, very well done there by Knee. Ties it up at 1 round apiece.
It's pretty close. Oh, nice. Starts the round with a low parry. Ballsy right there.
Yeah, both players are really ready for these low parries. Will you go for the Shoryuken combo again? Decides to go for the Gatling gun. In that situation, Steve has this beatdown where he can do the forward 2. If you do it very fast, it'll hit a grounded opponent, and when the opponent techs, it'll only be -11 on block. But in this situation against Steve, it's not really that good because Steve's I-13 and I-11 punch have the same move. You're going to get while standing 1-2 regardless.
That should close it out at the wall. Sonic Fang. He's playing extremely well right now. Take's keeping up, but he just can't get the end of each round.
And there's that down 4-2. Both players checking with these back ones and down 4-2s. 2 of Steve's signature moves for controlling neutral. Both players in the middle of the stage. Take doesn't want to give up that wall position, but somehow lets Knee come in. We're back in the middle of the stage, pressuring him with the peekaboo stance.
Notice most of the pressure isn't coming from attacks, it's just coming from the movement.
Look at the range, the extended hurt box. Gets that back one counter. This could be it. He goes for the Gatling gun.
And down 2 saves him. 2 rounds apiece. Okay, Take bringing it back. Let's go. Floors are breaking. That's OHS has it right there. They should clean that up.
We still haven't seen a single successful punch parry. The only one that came out was actually a counter hit. That one that hit actually. Goes for that back 2, expecting a duck in that situation. A lot of Steve players do like to dash into that stomp there. Nice punish. So he's using that down 4-2 check. Doesn't want him to weave. Down 4-2, one of the best options Steve has against Steve in the mirror. Stopping him from weaving in either direction.
It's getting intense. Neither of them have rage.
Yeah, so they're not overcommitting. Goes for that rocket punch.
Really at rage. Take will have the blue very soon if he continues.
All it takes is one counter hit. Who's going to get it?
Oh, Knee. Here we go.
That situation there where he done the while standing 2, the while standing 1-2. Sorry, Take takes that game, ties it up a 1 round piece. I want to go back to that situation where he punished with the while standing 1-2 and he went into that quarter circle forward 2, that new low that he got in Season 3. In that situation, use that if you expect your opponent to do a crouch jab, because it actually beats crouch jab in that situation.
Okay.
And some people just like to stand block because, you know, Steve at +3, he might get a back 1 if you button, you get that counter hit. But if they crouch jab, it'll beat the back 1. So in that situation, he went for that quarter circle forward 2, where it evades the crouch jab. Very well done there by Take. We're going into this 3rd game. In the Steve mirror, Knee deciding not to change. And this is the character that he plays in top 3 at TWT.
Another one who's carrying this event.
See, same situation as last time. Goes for the flicker 2. Very quick round there by Knee.
18 seconds. That was just straight pressure on Take.
The best thing against Steve is if you want to prevent a comeback, you want to never let him get into rage, because the moment he gets into rage, you have to be scared of that rage drive. You have to be scared of counter hits. And obviously, if you have your back to the wall, he can mind game you with that stomp.
And that is an actual legitimate strategy sometimes, where you're going to end your combo, you're not going to kill, but you're going to put them in rage. Sometimes you'll end it early, not give them that damage, so then maybe your next combo completely takes them out. You don't want to give them that opportunity.
You do that against specific characters. Knee gets that get up kick punish on that beat-down attempt by Take. He does have rage. Will we see that rage drive comes out? There it is. It is blocked. No button there by Take. Does not get counted. Ducking in his face. And the down forward 1. The classic safe poke to close out the round. Ties it up at 1 round apiece. 1
game apiece too. This is getting... I can't even believe this right now. Take is doing amazingly. He's been playing crazy at this event, and now it's coming out with Steve.
I think, so Knee is still using the very few moves that he started off with. Take trying to explore new options. He's going with that instant punch parry, using it, trying to get a timing where Knee might do a back 1. And there it is, the flicker jabs, trying to pressure with them. Down 4-2, caught him ducking in to trying to pressure with that low, and gets the low parry. This could be it. Gets into the wall, just enough. Gets that Sonic Fang, and
damn, this is crazy. All right. Starts with down forward 2, Knee ready. punch parry.
That's the first one we've seen. Okay, for those who don't know, that specific punch parry with Steve, the only thing guaranteed after it is a forward 4-2, but it is legitimately a just frame. If your opponent is using that quick low after it, you have to tech right to avoid it. Tech left does not, tech right does, because it's 2 frames faster to tech right. And there's that punch parry, still trying for it. Goes into the down 2. Knee does have rage. There's the rage drive. Uses the first hit of the while standing to mess with his timing with those mental frame advantage.
Still alive.
Take in rage uses that 1-2-1 to try and work his way in there. Down 1 into the right weave. We're down to the clutch.
Oh, down 2 to snuff out the rage drive.
And that rage drive, the rage drive 1 does have an auto block feature, but it does not block lows. And Knee recognized that. Expected the rage drive so that Take can get that wall pressure, but Knee not having any of that. Ties it up with 2 rounds apiece. Going with that new low. That low is actually minus 18 on block, though it's very rarely launched, but Steve can launch it since his fastest while standing launcher is I-18.
While standing 1. And Knee trying to push Take against the wall, but Take's movement, his twitch starts just too good right now.
See, last time he did that peekaboo 1-2, he went for the punch parry. This time he went for a duck, maybe to check timing on a counter hit. Doesn't work out for Take. Knee with that down forward 1 check. And he's going for the down forward 2 now. Both players trying not to let each other weave in either direction. Weave, a very deadly tool if used correctly. Gets the counter hit, drops the combo. If he had the actual combo there, that would have been the round. And the
there it is.
1-1. Take takes the lead in this Steve mirror. 2-1 over Knee.
Will Knee change character at some point? We're just like, no, this is my character. You ain't doing this thing.
Okay, we're talking about Steve right now. Let's talk about which characters do well against Steve on paper. The characters that most people think do well against Steve are Katarina, Marduk, and we have Law.
Yeah.
But I think most people would agree that one of the hardest matchups for Steve is that Yoshimitsu because of the flash.
Yeah.
Knee does play many characters, but right now deciding to stick with that Steve in this matchup. Very interesting. Even this far into the set, this is the first to 5. You'd think he wanted to go for that Brian. He's been saying he likes to play Brian in the long set, but deciding to stick with that Steve. Gets that combo off the quick ball. The Gatling gun ender. Using that backswing goes 0 on block to create pressure at the wall, and the rocket punch to close out the round.
Excellent. Okay, going for that parry, he expected Knee to press a button at the start of the round, I guess. Lord dashing in his face.
And Steve not one of those characters that can really punish duck transitions. He doesn't have like a big mid that's generally safe without getting a counter hit. And the backswing flow!
That's the Temi special right there. Take it to the wall, drops it.
How often do you see that hit? That's his highest damage launcher. It does 33 damage on its own.
Well, that's it. Oh, it doesn't let the whole string rip.
Knee on his last life.
Rocket punch. Oh, Take's got some momentum right now. He's figured something out, and it's really working for him.
Commits to the full string. See, he just stood there. He was expecting a stomp, perhaps. Because when you do get close, that's when Steve wants to use the stomp. In other situations, you know, the Steve player has to either push you to the wall or dash so close that, you know, you risk making it too predictable. But in that situation, Take put himself in a position where that was...
Oh, he's going for it. He got it.
And he finally commits to the combo. Will get to the wall here with the Sonic Bang. Drops the combo. Wants to go for the 1-2, perhaps into the Sonic Bang there again.
Oh.
They trade the classic Steve mirror situation. Both players going for that back one on the same frame.
Back against the wall. Knee's coming out though.
Okay, not pressuring him, not trying to push him towards the wall. Knee does have that rage drive. Used it, but interrupted once again with that while standing one. We saw Take win the same way in the first game.
Excellent.
The first game that he won, sorry.
Snuffing out these rage drives all over the place. It's one right now.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, there's no winner's bracket, there's no loser's bracket. This is a straight first to 5. Whoever wins 5 matches first wins the whole thing.
If this was a regular tournament, it'd be over.
And he's still sticking with Steve.
I respect that. This is very neat. Oftentimes, especially in the long sets, he'll just stick with the character and just win or lose it. Nice low parry. All right. The pendulum swung back into this direction right now. Let's see.
You see that he's sidestepping right before that duck 1 for the low parry combo, and that's because you can get a bit more damage with that back 1 instead of the instant flicker combo there. And gets that cancel into the Sonic Bang, down for 2 to close it out. Knee bringing it back after losing 3 rounds straight in the last game.
What is it that you think he's found, maybe?
I don't know if he's found anything. He's just changing the rhythm in the way he's approaching neutral. Right now, he was using a lot of down 4-2s and a lot of back ones. They weren't working out because he just couldn't find Take's timing. Take too reserved. But now he's getting all these low parries, and I wonder what he's looking for in neutral to get these low parries. And this should be it. Gatling gun to close it out.
I wish I could see that round again. He just hit so many things perfectly, like consecutively. That was crazy.
And I feel like neither player is using down 2-1 situation to condition either player. They should be using it a lot more, but one of the things to note is if Steve does commit to down 2-1-2, you can always right weave or you can duck forward and launch the other Steve player. But it is a hard read. See, there's that down 2-1 there that goes into the right weave, trying to get that counter hit, pushing him to the wall, goes for the punch parry. A punch parry of his own to counter it there.
Oh, misses the power crush. Down 4-2 all day.
You know when you're trading down 4-2s, that's a Steve mirror right there. Take in rage, breaks the throw. Will we see the rage drive come out? Knee about a touch away from getting rage himself. And the quick back one.
Wow, you got 3 rounds. Just like, you got 3 rounds? All right. Hold my stick, hold my stick.
And he's taking a sip of his coffee. Just
Is that
like
Starbucks again? All right.
That's the killer instinct right there. So yeah, Take took 3 rounds straight in the previous game, and Knee just bringing it back.
He's still a game ahead though. He's got a little bit of room to move. At this point, I hope he stays with Steve. I'm enjoying this. This is a pretty good set. They're both learning about each other and applying new things every time, new layers.
We do have to remember Take does have that Kazumi, he has that Paul, he has a few other characters. But I don't know if he'd want to pick Kazumi into Steve. Many people think that's not a great matchup for Kazumi, but I think he's going to stick with Steve, and he does. We're just getting a stage change, and we got that abandoned tempo.
Alright, let's go. Low-key though, I would like to see a Brian mirror, just for the fun of it, but obviously not the best idea right now. This Steve mirror is going pretty good.
One thing to note about Take's Steve is if you watch him at the wall, he very rarely does what other Steve players do, where it's a 50-50 or a mix-up at the wall with the rocket launcher, with the stomp. He generally lets his opponent get away from the wall and then just pressure them, try and find counter hit timing or something like that.
It's funny because that's the opposite to his Kazumi.
Yeah.
Kazumi definitely wants to keep them there and mix them up.
And now pressuring with these jabs is Take.
Oh, down 4-2.
You can do something like a down 4-2 into bun. Obviously it's unsafe, but you can do it if you expect a slow bun from your opponent. Nice break on the 2 throw there by Take.
Back ones for days.
Still going for that punch parry. Punch parry's own. One of the few non-punch moves Steve has, that elbow launcher. -10 on block. Does have some pushback, so Steve does have...
Oh, sidestepping the rage drive. That was excellent. What a read.
You know, when you get those as Steve play, you know, you're happy with that. Getting that sidestep punish with that rage drive. Goes for the plus frames with the while running 2. Commits to the second. Nice punish by Knee. Into the low. Knee very rarely goes into stance after that back 1-2 punish. A lot of players do like to go into the stance and mix up. Knee very rarely does so, and he likes to go for that while running 2 or the down 1 mix up there. Gets that rocket launcher. This should be the round for Knee.
All right. But again, Take's still a game ahead, but these guys are still going back and forth.
He's still using that flicker too. The main reason you use that is to check your opponent's ducking after they get hit or they block back 1 on normal hit. Oh, sorry, if they block it, obviously block it. Gets that low parry again into the duck 1 combo. Will he get to the wall hit? Goes for the instant pickaboo. What's for Oki? Goes for that tackle into the stomp. That's the first one we've seen.
You tried to pick him up there with that
Alright, this
secret combo.
This is the no respect round. Absolutely no respect. Just going for them stomps all day. He still has wall pressure. Goes for that 1-2-1 into the while standing 1 knee with a 2-1 round lead in this 6th game. In this Steve mirror. We've had a Steve mirror throughout the whole way so far. It looks like it's going to go like this all the way to the end so far.
I ain't mad at that. Oh, kind of hit back 1. You're not going to get it to the wall, I don't think? No, not quite. But Take's back is to the wall. Nice break.
See, last round was the stomp round. This is the mid round. He's going to go for all rocket launches at the wall. Take sidestepping away from the wall. Goes for that Sonic Bang. I think he expected a whiff punish there, but it was too late.
Oh, went for the conversion.
A bit late on the counter. Gets those plus frames and the back 1. Showing no respect for those plus frames he got from that running 2.
Moving it up. 3 apiece. Wow.
Now, will we see that character select? Will we see that character change?
Let's see. A lot of... He's thinking about it. He's thinking about something.
So Knee has won the last 2 games in the Steve mirror. Looks like he goes straight back into it.
He's committed.
I'm honestly still so surprised that the Grand Finals was a Steve mirror. I would not have called this on any given day. Though these two guys do play Steve, I would not have expected them to play Steve into Steve as a matchup. Poking away at him with the peekaboo, goes for that throw. Nice break by Knee. I think that's the first throw Take has attempted. Knee obviously went for the 1+2 and the 2 throw earlier in this set. Pressuring him once again.
Dashing in his face. Nice punish. Goes to the rocket punch. They just always just sitting at range 0 and then going back to range 1 and coming back in and trading again.
And there's that counter hit with the punch parry, gets the combo and takes the first round in this 7th set. This could be the decisive game in this set. Yeah, that quick hook. We'll get him to the wall here. What's the combo? Wants to go for that back sway 1. Using the Oki there. Take trying to step away from the wall. Does not want to deal with the pressure. Knee's shown that he likes to stomp at the wall. Will he commit to 50-50 there, or will he push him away from the wall? Take does. Does have rage. Is the rage drive going to come out? There it is.
There it is, yep. Take's style right now is just a lot of fuzzy ducks, a lot of twitch ducks, just to avoid a lot of Steve strings. He knows them well. That was a sick back sway.
See, as we saw there, Take did the down 2-1-2 string. He did not finish it, but Knee tested it. The next time this situation comes up, Take has to remember, hey, my opponent buttoned here. Can I cash in on that last hit? And he tried it in the same round. You should never do that.
But no punish though. That was pretty interesting. I don't know if Knee was like, is he going to do it though? Maybe. I don't know. Let's just duck and see what happens.
I think, honestly, he should have saved that for a future round. He had too little life to work with. Yes, it was a big risk and a big reward, but it wasn't worth it in my opinion. He goes for that Gatling gun there.
Doesn't finish it.
Yeah, the off axis there didn't help him.
Let's see.
Take always trying to work his way away from the wall. Knee, not letting him get away for free. Comes in with the low. That's a low parry timing that Knee had earlier, but this time Take changes it slightly. No low parry there from Knee.
Take's double stepping is doing a lot of work for him, covering a lot of space, and being able to avoid a lot of things with that is really good for him.
Using that new low, goes for the peekaboo forward 2. One of those moves that's really hard to punish. It is actually minus 13 to 12 for Steve. Does not punish him consistently with any move.
That should be the round right there. Sonic Bang. Whoa.
And Knee finally takes the lead in this Steve mirror. I think this is the first time that this has happened.
That's so weird to say, right? Like, Knee's luckily taking the Steve mirror out there. This is crazy. Take's doing amazingly, but Knee, he's got them reads. It's a long set, and he's known for these.
And he's still not committed to the second hit of that shoulder string there. Goes to the low. It's interesting that he decided to duck the Albatross down 2 there. Very rarely used in neutral like that. A bit late on the cancel for the Sonic Bang.
Oh, it's a big Knee's game. There it is. The low parry.
So Knee up 4 games to 3 over Take. We could be going into what is the final game of this IeSf 2019 Tekken 7 World Championships. Once again, this is a first of 5, also known as best of 9. Will Japan take it or will Korea take it? Take sticking with the Steve all the way till the end.
Respect. Japan is on a roll. They won TWT last week, so let's see if Take can bring another medal home. But Knee standing in his way, that's a formidable
I'm honestly
opponent.
in shock right now. Like, I'm very happy that we have a Steve mirror, but I expected Kazumi here against Knee.
You're like, they're both your characters. It's a treat for you either way. Double the fun.
Goes to that flicker 2 once again. One of Steve's strong mids in neutral. You can use it to mix up timing because it is slightly slower than his other moves. And it is a counter hit launcher now in Season 3.
Okay, just go right in. Very nice. It should be the round right there. Excellent.
The hard commit with that back 2 gets him the round. Take takes the first round here in this 8th game that we have in this Steve mirror.
And it starts off with the lows. Albatross 2 in the low as well. Trade,
he still gets a combo.
Yep.
Fortunately, he was left in a position where he wasn't too far with that down forward 1 was with. Still going for that back sway 1, wants the Oki from it. Most Steve combos have very specific Oki situations, but most of them have really good Oki. Knee's choosing that one specifically for that rocket launcher on tech.
Following Knee across the wall, does not want to let him get out. No break on the throw.
Arcade decides to stay down, and Knee recognizes that if he had back rolled, he would have gotten hit by the Sonic Bang or the forward 1+2 there. And obviously Take knows that, being a Steve player himself, decided to stay down. Finally gets the stomp on the duck transition there from Take, while standing 1-2 punish into the rocket launcher.
Catching a bit, goes for the 2. Oh, he's trying to catch him.
Yeah, he's starting to throw out them punch parries, and there's the low parry timing Knee has got that ready. Gets the low. What's the combo here?
Oh, not quite. Bring it back here. Nice block. Oh,
And he's on match point. He is on tournament point.
Oh boy.
Knee.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can he take this?
Japan, send Take your energy right now. And Koreans, give Knee your energy.
That is not a good start. Gets the combo. Gets him, pushes him to the wall with that peekaboo forward 2-1. Take trying to sidestep, trying to weave away from the wall. Nice punish there on the skyscraper.
This is it. This could be it for Take.
Goes for the stomp, and this could be the combo.
I don't think it's going to kill him. He's going to have a little bit of health to work
He's
with.
going to have a great position here.
Oh, steps on him.
And
down
goes
two.
the down two to close it out in this Steve Mirror. Korea, Knee is your champion here for 2019's IeSf Tekken 7 World Championships. Very well done by him, winning that Steve Mirror over Take, over Japan. What a great set.
This music is epic, though. I'm like, man, if I ever win an event, this is the music I want to play right now. That was incredible, and no one could say they expected what we just saw.
No.
Steve Mirror going that deep into the set, like Knee versus Take. That's incredible.
And what a way to end such a storied rivalry throughout the history of Tekken. We have Knee from Korea versus Take from Japan. You know, throughout history, they've been the strongest countries in Tekken competitively. You know, these days we've seen a lot more countries come up, but when you look back in time and you see who's done well competitively, we have these two countries on top, and Knee, representing the South Korean flag, is your champion here for 2019 IeSf. Very well done, and congratulations to him. I don't know what to say. Like, that Steve Mirror was amazing to watch.
People got to study that. That was incredible.
The thing is, the way he played the matchup was very, very unique because at the start, he played quite slow. He was letting Take do his thing. He picked up on the low parry timing. And when that started happening, the I can't even talk anymore. The momentum changed.
Yeah.
And when the momentum changed, Knee just had a free route to the wins.
It's incredible. Like, I honestly, anyone who wants to play Steve or even just wants to learn to play against Steve needs to watch that set. I learned so much stuff on my own, and I'm not even a Steve player, but definitely I will utilize some of the information I got from there. That was a masterclass right there.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for your 2019 Tekken 7 World Championship here at IeSf, Seoul, South Korea. Knee, once again, is your champion, winning it over Japan's Take. Thank you all for tuning in. That's it from us. Take care.
Have a nice night.